He deserves to be injected with as much arsenic as he gave me. He deserves to go through the hell that I went through and the pain.
But money wasn't the only motive. In the Pignataros' home, detectives found a manuscript Tony had written entitled MD, Mass Destruction. It was about Tony losing his medical license and what was described as the conspiracy against him.
It was a story about how he was wronged by the medical community and by the judicial system and, you know, by everyone on earth, the great wrong that they did to Anthony Pignataro.
Investigators believe this entire episode might have been a ploy for Pignataro to get his medical license back. He gave Debbie poison. She developed gastric symptoms. He then tried to convince her doctors to perform gallbladder surgery that she wouldn't survive. Had Debbie died during surgery, Tony could argue, as he did in Sarah Smith's case, that people occasionally die in surgery and that he shouldn't have been singled out.
And in Tony's eyes, that would have indicated that, see, my own wife died under a doctor's care in a hospital while having surgery. And that's what we felt was his prime motivation.
But why didn't she die from the massive dose of arsenic? Medical experts say this was miscalculation. When Tony gave his wife smaller doses of poison, she developed a tolerance for it. So the higher doses later had less of an effect.
I'm sure he was thinking, I can't believe she's still alive. I can't believe I gave her so much and she's still here. And I think he just got panicky and it wasn't working. So I think that's when he just figured, I'm just gonna give her a massive dose and be over with.
Apparently, his daughter's ingestion of the arsenic was unintentional. Investigators believe Tony vandalized his own home to make Debbie's illness appear to be retaliation for Sarah Smith's death.
He deserves to be injected with as much arsenic as he gave me. He deserves to go through the hell that I went through and the pain. That's what I feel he deserves.
When I asked Tony if he tried to kill his wife, he looked down at the table and told me, I can understand why some people might think that. But he never said yes, and he never said no. And then he changed the subject and continued to look me in the eye.
When faced with the scientific evidence, Tony Pignataro confessed. He pled guilty to attempted first-degree assault and was sentenced to 15 years in prison. Pignataro promised to tell where he obtained the arsenic and how he administered it, but he never honored that part of the plea agreement. Although Debbie survived massive doses of arsenic, which were 80 times higher than a lethal dose, she will continue to suffer side effects for the rest of her life. The nerve damage and lack of fine motor skills are permanent.
I can't believe any human being would do this to someone that they even cared about. I mean, maybe he didn't love me anymore, but there's other alternatives. You don't, you know, do this to someone, the mother of your kids.
The hair on her head was the key evidence that pointed to, again, only one person could have done it.
In the long run, his arrogance is what got him convicted, you know. Thinking he'd outsmart everyone, and he outsmarted himself.